Ladies and gentlemen, I am JDL John Dave Shaw Layfield, bringing to you something a little different today than normal. This is a bit of an update video. We've got AJ Styles and Baron Corbin fight in the background, so we'll see how long this match goes. Nevertheless, I wanted to come to you with a bit of an update video because of some changes that have happened recently and some changes we're going to be doing heading forward. As you know, besides being the co-commentator and Raw General Manager for the ProJaked universe, I also do the My Career series on the ProJaked channel, and then I also do the Fallout 3 series. However, due to complications, I'll explain shortly here. Basically what happened is I ended up having to get a new Xbox One. My previous one that I had for pretty much since I think it first came out. I think I got it shortly after it first came out, if not when it first came out. It stopped reading discs, so I had to get rid of it. And I could have got it fixed, but it would have. I mean, I've been already having some issues with it over for a while now anyway. So I figured I might as well get myself a new one. So I went and got myself a new one, and I transferred everything over to my hard drive. And, backed everything up to the cloud, all that stuff, what you would normally do, switching from one system to another. However, for some reason, after I got the new Xbox, it didn't want to transfer any of my 360 saves over. It's something that Microsoft is looking into right now, but, you know how it is trying to get hold of Microsoft and trying to get something. It's nothing against Microsoft. I do enjoy their products, but it's how it is with any big company like that. It always takes a while to try to figure out what the problem is, especially since it seems to be a problem that, you and maybe a couple of other people in the entire world have to suffer through or something like that. But because of this, I lost all my 360 saves, which if you know that Fallout 3 is done as a 360 save. So I lost the progress that JDL had in the Fallout 3 universe. Now, normal situations, I would have just redone all the stuff off screen and then got it back up to the right situation. However, due to the lack of views and likes that we felt that the videos and the series would be getting, we had already planned on killing it off anyway. In fact, the next one or two videos was going to featuring JDL going up against a Deathclaw and actually getting killed by it, and that kind of being the end of JDL. So, unfortunately, we don't get to do the heroic death of JDL in the Fallout universe, but it was already going to come to an end anyway. So, with that being said, I find myself at a little bit of an impasse here, and with only the one series plus doing the commentary for the ProJaked universe over, I kind of want to pick up another series. Now, before we go jumping into it this time, like we did with Fallout 3, we're actually going to kind of extend it out to all of you, the over 1,000 subscribers that we have, which we're definitely appreciative of every single one of you subscribing and watching videos, even if you only watch like one specific videos, like if you only watch Raw or if you only watch NXT or if you only watch FIFA or whatever. That's it's all great stuff, and we appreciate all the support that we get. What we're going to do though with this is we're going to try to find another series to replace the Fallout 3 series on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, I do have many different ideas out there that I'm gonna kind of touch over here a little bit over, but I'm completely leaving it up to you guys. What I want you to do is just comment in the comment section of this video, like comments saying what different series there are over if you want, and we'll kind of go based off of that as to whether as to what series I do heading forward. So the first one I have in mind would be a Fallout 4 playthrough. Now we knew that Fallout 3 probably was a little bit too older and not as popular right now, so we figured that one probably wasn't going to get as much attention. But Fallout 4 is still somewhat recent. It's still the newest game in the series, and it's still pretty popular, especially with all the mods out there now, and all the DLC that got released as of recently. So that one would be a good one to do. If I end up doing that one, I don't have, the only DLC I have for it is just the one where you can make your ammo and stuff. I don't remember what it's called. But if you guys chose to do that series in due time, I would eventually end up adding the DLC to it, so we could do that. That would be a little bit longer of a series, but I probably wouldn't be going as full into detail as I did with Fallout 3. Just because I don't know if maybe that was part of the reason why you guys didn't care as much. Nevertheless, I also have Fallout New Vegas. That's also a possibility. That one would be, it wouldn't be as detailed of a walkthrough as it was with Fallout 3, just because, I don't want to bore you guys necessarily with it, but I do know that New Vegas is still really popular out there as well, because, people still consider New Vegas actually the better of the Fallout games. Me personally, I prefer Fallout 4 and then Fallout New Vegas, but, nevertheless, so there's that possibility out there. Third possibility is a Madden series. What it would be is pretty much like the FIFA series that Zakrisco does, his health, but this one would obviously be taking place in Madden. I gotta tell you right now, if you chose that one, I have no problem doing it. I mean, it's still popular. The NFL is in the playoffs right now as this video is being done. Still a popular series. I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there that do it. The problem is that I'm okay with the game. I'm not great at the game. So, for example, I did a season off screen to kind of test my skills with it, and on the Madden difficulty, my team went 4-12. So I'm not the greatest at it, but I can still try to make it entertaining and make it fun, and you guys can watch as JDL leads a team, through the NFL and go from there. So that's a possibility out there. Another possibility would be doing a NBA series. That's one still kind of popular right now because, NBA is, I think, only about halfway through the season. Maybe it's getting close to the All-Star break, I know that. So that would be something I could do. Again, I'm not that great at that series. I do enjoy playing the games, but I'm not that great at the series, so I can't promise that it would be necessarily good or bad at that. But, it's still something I could possibly have fun doing. So let's see here. There's also, the Fallouts, NBA or Madden, NBA. Oh, there's also, and I'm sorry if I'm blowing through this rather quickly. We're trying to keep this video a little bit shorter because the first time, this is my second attempt at doing this video, and the first time I ended up being like 30-some minutes. So we're trying to shorten this down a little bit. It would also be, if you guys wanted to, it could also be a. I have a plan set in motion that I'm going to be adding some stuff this year in 2017 to the ProJaked universe. It's going to be something different than your normal WWE stuff, and for some reason Chris Jericho's coming out. I'm not sure why. It'd be It'd be different than your normal WWE stuff. What it would be, your normal WWE stuff that you see like in normal TV, based off the ProJaked universe. What I want to do is do a King of Trios tournament. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's a tournament that's based out of Chikara, and basically what it is it's a tournament that takes place where it's teams of 3 that compete in a 16-32 team tournament, whatever, and until they get down to just the one. Now, it would be like non-canon, as the Baron Corbin wins the match there. It would be non-canon, so it wouldn't be. It wouldn't necessarily be along with the WWE, with the ProJaked universe. What that means is that wins and losses wouldn't carry over. We wouldn't deal with like people who are currently in rivalries, people currently holding championships. They wouldn't come out with their championships, so forth. But some of the teams would be based off of ProJaked universe's history. So, like, for example, one of the teams I have in mind would be the $1 Million Corporation of Ted DiBiase, Batista, and Christian, as everybody remembers that trio back in the day. So it would be something really fun to do. It's something I actually really want to do, but I don't know, how well you guys would necessarily receive it. Maybe that was not what I was trying to do there. I don't know how well you guys would necessarily receive it. Maybe you guys would enjoy it. Maybe you wouldn't. I'm not sure. But it's something I kind of want to do. So that's something I could do starting here soon. And then I also came up with the ideas of doing a cruiserweight tournament and a women's tournament as well. what these ones would be doing, and it's something that probably would end up happening later on anyway, but if we want to do it sooner, that'd be cool too. With those ones, what we would do is we would take 16 cruiserweights or 16 women, and it would all be ones that are actual wrestlers. So we're not going, you won't be seeing any random created wrestlers of random created cause out there of people. But they would be people who aren't currently in the ProJaked universe, who aren't currently signed to a contract either on Raw, ECW, SmackDown, or NXT. And the idea would be that the winner of the entire tournament would be allowed to be a member of either Raw, ECW, or SmackDown if they're cruiserweights, or obviously Raw or SmackDown if they're women. So it would be, kind of a way to introduce somebody, and then, maybe introduce some more people too. Maybe, maybe end up having, some other people out there that you don't normally see in the ProJaked universe competing, and trying to earn a spot on the roster, so to speak. So those are a couple more ideas. I have no problem with, again, I'm sorry if I'm speaking a lot, but I don't want the ending screen here to sit for too long either. I have no problem with going and doing any other series that you guys might want to see. I haven't really found any video games I don't like out there. I just don't want it to be too long of one. I know Fallout 4 kind of defeats the purpose of that, but I don't want it to be we don't want to really have it to be too long of a series. We don't want to have unless it's like a sports thing. We don't want to, I don't want to go and do an Elder Scrolls game, because that's going to take a long time and all that. But yeah, I haven't really seen any games out there that I don't like, so you just have to keep in mind that I have an Xbox One, so I wouldn't be able to play any like PS4 exclusives or anything like that. And at the same time, I could do 360 games if they're backwards compatible right now. If they're not, I wouldn't be able to do it, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't really have any restrictions. So, if you guys want to see whatever other series out there instead of the ones I've suggested, go ahead and comment down below and let us know, because that's kind of what we're basing this one out of, is a lot of what you guys want to see, because we've given you the FIFA series that you guys are really enjoying, and we've given you the My Career that you guys are still viewing and liking, which we do definitely appreciate. I definitely appreciate all the views and likes on those. It's good to know that for my first videos that I'm doing, because this is the first time ever that I'm actually recording videos, so for my first videos to be doing that, it's really awesome to see. But we want to make sure that we provide you guys with something you really want to see, as opposed to Fallout 3 that kind of struggled and didn't seem too popular necessarily with anybody. So yeah, I'm rambling a little bit, but definitely just drop the comments in that comment section below. Let us know what series you want to see. As you've seen recently, I've been good at trying to reply to comments in any of the videos, so I'll have no problem commenting back and asking various questions, all that kind of stuff. And until next time, I shall see you all later.